It's Clip Show producer versus YouTube personality, with Super Jacket's Matt Murphy taking on Fousey Tube's Ali Baluch in Jim Henson and Kanye West trivia. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be? Welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host. I'm a comedian. I am a writer. I am a producer, and my name is Ryan Buds. Thank you so much for listening to my show. We put this out every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and it's a trivia show. Sometimes it's me going against a buddy. Sometimes it's two buddies going against each other, like today's episode. Sometimes it's me at a special event, and it's me highlighting my favorite moments in pop culture trivia amongst a ton of different categories every single week. Why do I do a trivia show? Well, I host Trivia with Buds, a almost nightly, sometimes weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, sometimes monthly show at a ton of different bars and venues and locations around the Los Angeles area. If you ever want to come play trivia with me live, I guarantee it'll be the funnest trivia experience you ever have. It's not just somebody reading something into a microphone. You're going to see audio visuals. You're going to see me telling jokes. You're going to see me doing crowd work tonight. For example, me and my entire trivia night at the Moose Den in Glendale, California, sang a group karaoke version of Lit's My Own Worst Enemy. So if you like fun stuff like that, you're definitely going to want to check out triviawithbuds.com, BUDDS.com, and see where I'm at almost every single night of the week. Also, if you have a special event or a party or anything like that coming up, I'd love to host some custom trivia just for you. I did an engagement party for a couple who got engaged at Disneyland, so we did a ton of Disney trivia, and it was a blast. This podcast is super, super fun, and in this quick intro, I usually highlight what's going on in my life and try and relate it back to the trivia world. I just want to say this was the busiest night of my life in quite some time. I had a million things to do today, so I'm working on a clip for a clip company from home. I produce clip shows. That's one of the other things I do for income. So I'm working for somebody for finding clips for different commercials and clip shows and things from home. And then I try and play with my daughter every day, my daughter Annabelle, so I had to do that. And then I was on my way to record an after show for this network called the Stream.tv. I've been doing their superhero after shows. So when shows like Gotham or The Flash or Legends of Tomorrow air, they do these immediately right after that live shows where we talk about what happened. And I've been hired to be one of the hosts for the Gotham after show, the Flash after show, and a very special trivia show. That's right. They're turning the Trivia with Buds podcast into a live show on the Stream.tv. That is some major news, which is awesome. It'll be a weekly show on Thursday nights at 7:30 Pacific, and it will be Marvel versus DC trivia. So we'll have some really fun stuff coming your way. You can watch it on a live stream. It'll be the same format as this podcast, but there'll be a different theme from Marvel and DC each week. So one episode might be The Flash versus Daredevil, and then we have like one or two people competing on either side of Marvel or DC on the show. Or it might be weapons of DC or Marvel, or it might be like, weapons of Tony Stark's versus weapons of Bruce Wayne's or something like that. So it'll be a ton of fun to mash up the DC and Marvel universes in a trivia fashion, and you can watch and listen every single week on the Stream.tv. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with them, so you can check out the Stream.tv for all their after shows. But Mondays, I'll be doing Gotham. Tuesdays, I'll be doing The Flash. And Thursdays, I'll be doing the Trivia with Buds Marvel DC trivia show. So I'm super excited to announce that. And if you've been following me at all, this is the 6-month anniversary of the podcast. 26 episodes. This is episode 26. We've never missed a week. And I'm very excited about that too. And it's kind of a cool time for all that to be happening and starting exactly 6 months into putting this out. We're close to 10,000 downloads total, which is really cool. I always said if 100 people listen to this show, it's worth my time. And we are nearing 10,000 downloads. So thank you so much if you're one of those people that's helped me spread the word, told a friend about it, somebody that likes trivia, somebody that likes pop culture. I am eternally grateful for you because it's obviously turning into really cool stuff for me. So I really appreciate that. What else? Oh, so on the way to the live stream today, I got a call to come in for a job interview in Burbank, like a few blocks from where I used to live at the Starlit Apartments on Olive and Pass in Burbank, California. So I get an interview, and I got that job. And I was late for the Gotham after show, but it worked out fine. And I start that job tomorrow. So I'm a man of many jobs, everybody. Job, show. And as soon as I got done with the Gotham after show, after the interview, I went right over to the Moose Den in Glendale and hosted a all-star trivia night. It was super fun, tons of people there, and a super fun group. There was a guy who came up to me from Chicago. He had said he played a ton of trivia before, and he took the time to shake my hand and tell me, I've never had this much fun at a trivia night. You really got something here. My name's Chris. I'm going to tell people about this. And it was one of those moments where I was like, man, this was like getting a Yelp review in person. And it meant a lot. It really helps, especially on a night where all this crazy stuff's happening to me with interviews and jobs and shows, to have somebody go, hey, this is really fun. And I enjoyed it. So thank you, Chris, from Chicago. Christopher J., I believe his name was. And thank you so much if you play trivia with me and you listen to this podcast and all that stuff. And I'm done saying thank you, but we have an amazing episode for you. So enjoy this great episode with some Kanye West and Jim Henson trivia. I couldn't think of two guys that you could put in one episode together that would make more sense than an old Henson and West. Here we go. Oh, he's doing a Snapchat. I'm sitting here with two good friends of mine. One of them's a big Snapchatter. He's younger than me, I believe, by a couple of years based on that fact. And the other guy is around my age, I believe. These are two co-workers of mine, Mr. Matt Murphy and Ali Baluch. How are you guys doing?
We're good, man.
Hello.
You're doing good. Matt, you do a lot of podcasts?
No, but I listen to a fair amount.
Very good.
Mostly
you look like one of those guys.
Mostly from NPR, yeah.
NPR. Do you want me to tone it down a little bit? Bring it down?
Oh, yeah, we have to be very... very calm and collected.
Very good.
Observant.
Yeah. I can't wait for them to report like the apocalypse when it happens, because it's going to be so calm, you know?
And that's what's going to help us get through it.
In 2017, we're here. We have made it. We all work for Super Jacket Production. We put out shows like The Dude Perfect Show on CMT, Crashly on Nickelodeon, and the show we're all working on right now, Ridiculousness on MTV, Season 9.
Right. Season 9.
Now, what are your jobs in the show? Matt and Ali and I all have the same job, but why don't you, Matt, describe it in a few words. What do you do for a living?
Well, basically, I try to talk to the people who put videos on the internet.
You mean crazy people?
Yeah, kind of. It's a little crazy.
Yep.
Because the more crazy, the better, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But, I try to talk to them and see if they want to work with us and get the videos on the show.
Sure. And in comparison to Ali, you are one of the louder people on the phone, I think.
I was...
Not in a bad way, but you're always booming to get that information.
Oh, man. I don't envy you mixing this down, because Ali is the most soft-spoken guy in our office, I think, and I'm a theater kid.
You guys would be opposite ends of the boy band spectrum line, where you'd be like the muscle, Matt Murphy, and Ali would be like the pretty boy, like off to the side, like just tying a sweater around his neck.
We already sit next to each other at work, so
Very
we may
good.
as well
And
start.
often I hear you guys crooning out some good tunes over there, so I need to get that on this
we
Zoom
balance
recorder.
Each other out. Yeah, we balance each other
it's
out.
very good.
I almost selected as one of my categories Billy Joel, by the way.
Really? Big Billy Joel fan?
Oh, huge Billy Joel fan.
You have a poster that says Uptown Girl above your bed at home?
Oh, how did you... Christy Brinkley is my... Yeah, of course.
Is Billy Joel the guy from Green Day?
Sure.
No.
Yeah, no, it is. Let's just tell him it is.
Yes.
Who's the guy from Green Day?
Billy Joe.
That's Billy Joe?
It's Billy Joe
right?
something.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
There you go.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah. I've had enough of both.
I can't hear. Okay. So Billy Joel is someone different. Billy Holiday.
Ali is 16 years old. I forgot to mention that.
Billy Holiday.
He is here on an
else.
internship,
Yes.
and he's no.
I think I'm actually 1 year older than you.
Me?
But Mr. Buds,
I'm
yeah.
31.
Yeah,
So
I'm
32,
man.
And Ali, what are you, 27?
27.
27.
Aww.
I'm pretty good at remembering ages.
Dang, man.
Very good.
Useful skill in certain sectors.
Oh, yeah. Matt, are you talking about prostitution?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, I was talking to somebody last night, and they said something about, what did they say? They're like, that Hot Coco's crazy. And I was like, that'd be a great pimp name, like Hot Coco Crazy, or Crazy Hot Coco. Good pimp name?
I like Hot Cocoa Crazy.
Hot Cocoa Crazy?
If I were...
White Cocoa.
White
Ooh,
cocoa. That'd be my
white cocoa.
pick.
That's
That's
exotic.
right. That's and it's
I'd be
also cocaine. Clearly,
I'd be more of I'd be like a pale cocoa. That'd be my name.
off-white cocoa.
Off-white cocoa. Matt Murphy, I've worked with you for like the last year on Super Jacket or so, right?
Yeah.
Year and a half, maybe?
Yeah, I started almost a year ago.
Yeah. And Ali, you've been here for 6 months? About 6 months or so?
I came in May, so is that
A little over
6
six,
months?
maybe
Yeah.
nine
Yeah, about.
at this point. Very good. And Matt, you've worked on a lot of other shows and different programs and things. What are some of those? Why don't you list them
Oh
off?
man, I mostly worked a lot on at the G4 TV network when that was a thing. I did
Chris
some,
Hardwick, Attack of the Show, that kind of stuff?
Yep. I worked on a few episodes of the TAC.
Good times.
Yeah.
I did a lot of reporting, a lot of their like convention coverage. I did
Yeah.
their specials on like Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and
very good.
CES, which I'm missing out on this week.
You're like a TV vet. I don't think I knew you had
He's
that
been
much
around.
experience.
Yeah, I've been around. I've been
Been in
working
broadcast
since
for a while.
Yeah, I've been working around for a while, and
Very good. And you're a fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
oh my
based on
god,
your hoodie.
Yeah,
That's
and-
coming back soon.
Yes, it is. And one of our other coworkers is going to be working
Hampton
on it.
Yount.
Hampton
Who
Yount
is going to be
is
the voice of one
the
of the robots.
new Crow T robot.
that'll be
and
great.
I didn't know that he worked here before I started working here.
Yeah.
And then he was a guest on our show, and I
Sure.
freaked out.
Yeah, we had to
because
escort you off the premises.
It was very embarrassing, it was. I've been trying to meet him ever since. I finally actually bumped into him in the break room the other day, and we just gabbed about bad movies. It was great.
It's fun to gab. That would be like if I was working here and then they're like, hey, can you go talk to one of the guys in the sound booth? And I walked in and it was just like, woo, and it was Ric Flair. And I was like, oh my God, Ric Flair works in the sound booth here? I would lose my mind. That would be great. And then I'd ask to try on his robes, which I'm sure he would wear in the sound booth.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I'd wear them everywhere if I were him. they just look comfy.
They do.
Honestly.
They're really expensive. They're $50,000 for certain robes.
No.
I believe so. I think I've read that fact. And you know, if I've read it, it's got to be true, right?
Well, I hope they're insured.
Ali, you have an amazing background, not so much in working on different shows like Matt, but you have a huge experience on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're part of Frawsty Tube.
Yeah, Fousey Tube.
Fousey Tube.
Yeah, it's weird. This is my first like mainstream type of like industry job because before it was just like a lot of freelance.
Yeah.
And then working.
Was it like 20 to 26 or so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it was like 22 because I came out to LA when I was like 20. Well, I just turned 23, and I was like working at like I interned at Nickelodeon for a bit. And
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
If you search Ali's name, there's a lot of stuff that comes up. Like you have like fans. You have like legit fans.
There's some. It's interesting. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
weird out there, on the internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we started. I partnered up with Fousey Tube,
Yeah.
and we just started pumping out like these viral prank videos.
Had you guys both separately had some success on your own and then partnered up, or you were both
No,
not
like,
really
he
known?
had. He was popping off. He had like 500,000 subscribers
Oh,
before
wow.
I came in. He was like a year or two into his career.
Very good.
And I was just doing freelance work all throughout LA, just doing like some like commercials, like my like small time commercials and promotional videos and music videos.
Yeah.
And then we had a mutual friend link us up because he
that's great.
moved in from the Bay. I was looking for work, so
Yeah.
I was like, as long as this guy pays, I'm down. And
That's
then
great.
we just started doing pranks, and then it just took off from there. And then we're
That's
like,
amazing.
It was just a 2-man team for like 3 years. You know?
Yeah. Fousey Tube,
Very nice.
1.4 billion views.
Yeah, man.
Last I checked, and
Nuts.
9 million subscribers.
Yeah,
That's
so I came
insane.
So I came in when it was like 500,000, and
Yeah.
then like we just rode the wave.
It's like Taylor Swift views. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was insane. we won a couple awards.
Yeah.
Show of the year, he won Entertainer of the Year
Yeah.
at the Streamies, and it was exciting. It was
I got an
exciting
award for you.
year.
It's Sweater of the Year. People
yeah?
can't see it, but it's a nice sweater. Don't you
It's a
think, Matt?
very classy sweater.
People keep saying it's a Christmas sweater. I
Kinda.
don't see it.
It's just because of the red.
Yeah.
Some kind of gingerbread trim. That's
Yeah.
what I say. Ali, that's amazing. You have a new short film out on YouTube. People should watch.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
called
my God.
Disregard. I watched it
Disregard.
recently. It's
Oh, no
about
way.
people who cannot find their place kind of
Oh,
in
that's
life.
right. I
High
sent it
school
to you.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah,
you sent me
yeah.
the link.
Yeah, I
really-
finally caught it over the break
Oh,
too.
man,
I
really,
loved it.
Really
Appreciate
well
it, man.
made.
Yeah.
And you can watch on YouTube at youtube.com/abeluch, BALUCH. So check that out. Now that we know you guys a little bit, we are going to talk about some things that you're into. So this podcast is based on trivia that you're good at. So we asked you for 5 different topics topics each, and we'll start off with Matt's categories. Matt, you
boy.
told me your first topic. You're like, if we're going to do some trivia, I would kick ass at campy sci-fi movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you love Mystery Science Theater
I do.
3000, which is based on that whole premise.
Exactly, that whole premise.
Yeah.
I love crappy cinema for some reason. I don't know why. It's been kind of a recent development. My roommates and I will just be like, "You want to watch a bad movie?"
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we're hypercritical.
You think so?
And especially because I'm an industry guy, I'm like, they could have shot that in a different way or whatever. Also, I didn't know. I don't know about you, Ali, but what this was. My least favorite topic is myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh shoot, what the hell am I good at?
Yeah.
I don't know. Stuff that's bad.
It is a hard thing when people ask you, what are you into or what are you good at?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Because that's why I was struggling all day. Like, right before we left, you're like, send me the questions or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I think I enjoy, like, I watch a lot of like awful films from like the early 90s and late 90s. I like Van Damme.
The Pauly Shore catalog.
Oh man,
No.
I haven't yet dipped into that.
I dive into like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Van Damme films, not too much Chuck Norris, but like those like very cheesy action films, just because there's like no thinking involved.
Yeah, and that
it's
was
just, like you take it at face value.
And a never-ending supply of them.
Yeah, and that was the heyday of the VHS, direct-to-VHS era, and that's
and laser
classic.
discs. Remember laser discs? Oh, boy.
I've seen them in person.
I had a
Unlike
teacher.
Ali.
No, we used to like we had them in school, but it was that's what it was.
I did too.
But we never had. I never saw like a film on laser disc.
I had to watch some social studies documentary.
That's it, that's
and the
all we
guy would
had.
take it out with two hands like a pizza out of an oven, and he'd slide it in that thing.
But like
It's
apparently, like the quality still holds. till
Yeah.
this
Oh, does
day
it?
or something? I don't know.
There's a Goodwill down the street on Brand Avenue in Glendale, right down the street from where we're recording. And
Beautiful
they always,
downtown Glendale.
downtown Glendale. They always have laser discs. Like people donate their collection because they're like, these aren't worth anything. Some of them are never been opened, and they just kind of look cool on a shelf. I've never bought one myself, but they had Apollo 13 last time I was in there.
Frame of vinyl, frame of laserdisc.
That's right.
Yeah.
I saw Apollo 13 in a drive-in, FYI, and the double feature was Apollo 13 and Batman Forever.
I would love
which
for
was
drive-in
amazing.
to
That
like,
is-
make a comeback.
They
Drive-ins
should.
need to make a comeback.
They should.
A bizarre double feature, though.
Yeah, it was super. It was just two movies that were out in the same like month, you know. And this was at a drive-in in the very, very south suburbs of Chicago when I was growing up. I think the last movies playing there were Signs and Pluto Nash, The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
That's-
Because the place closed down, but those two movies were still on the sign for years after.
Oh
that
my
was kinda
God! It's like
Yeah, that's
Great
like rubbing-
space themed double feature.
rubbing space salt into the wound for the rest of your life. Like
Campy sci-fi movies. We did on this show before, actually, the topic chosen for Aaron Conroy, who is a segment producer. on
I
Ridiculous.
listened to that podcast to
Oh,
get
did
a
you?
little primer on.
Yeah, there you go. It was Sci-Fi Channel original movie.
I was
she
a bit
loved
jealous.
those.
I knew that you were in the movie with Dean Cain. We've actually
Yeah.
talked about
Oh,
Airplane
it's a
versus
big-
Volcano
That's
before.
one of the many conversations we've had, Murph. So that was your
Definitely
first
more
topic.
than one.
That was your first topic. Your next topic: 80s new wave music.
Yes.
So bands like modern bands like the Killers would maybe kind of take some influence from
That's a
new
good
wave
call.
band like
And of course-
Psychedelic Furs back in the 80s.
Yeah, and definitely, of course, Daft Punk.
Daft Punk
loves. They have
were they
their
around?
whole-
Were they around in the 80s?
No, they weren't, but they take a lot from.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like they have in their new album, they
Yeah,
have this
Random
whole.
Access Memories.
Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah.
it's an amazing album, and
when
they
I,
have.
when I hear new wave, I think synthesizers.
Yes,
Is that right?
and that's
Yeah.
they have a whole like tribute piece to Giorgio Moroder,
Yeah.
who was like the pioneer of using
Were you
the synthesizer. As he
I was going to say,
says.
were you confident in that pronunciation of his name? You said it.
Yes.
I'm never confident when I say almost any words.
Wow.
Yeah,
You-
which is
oh,
tough for a podcast host.
We have my friends and I have a idea for that. We call it you've been caught by the Minotaur of awkward silence.
yeah,
Where you're
I like that.
You're in the labyrinth of your mind, and
Sure.
then Minotaur gets you.
Yeah,
But one day I did some digging and I traced everything I've loved in popular culture back to Kraftwerk.
okay.
And
That's a group, right?
yes, Kraftwerk. They're from the 70s, really. But
Oh, really?
like, they were one of the first ones to do that stuff. And then I went. And then my boss at the time was like, "If you like Kraftwerk, you should check out Devo." And then Devo
Yeah.
like blew me away.
And Devo was
Love-
Whip It.
Yes, Devo is Whip It, and the theme song to a show called Ridiculousness.
Really?
That's
Devo
right. Devo wrote it. It's called Uncontrollable Urge.
Wait, is it like original piece for the show?
No. This is from like 78 or 9 or something.
Do you know that I was watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse because I have a kid, and the theme song, it said by They Might Be Giants.
Oh, awesome.
And I was like, Mickey Mouse, it's like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, come inside, it's fun inside, which is a weird intro lyric to a kid song. But I was like, why did someone famous have to write this song? It seems like such a just it's like a Mickey Mouse song.
Because when you're the mouse, you got the money.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right about that. 80s new wave music. Your next topic, mythology.
Yeah.
All I always get this confused. Greek and Roman mythology, two totally different things?
They're very similar. There are some slight.
What is Norse mythology?
Norse mythology is Vikings and stuff.
So that's three totally different things.
It's basically two different things.
When I hear mythology, I go, I've played God of War, and I just nod politely.
Not a bad place to start, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Never.
Hilariously, do you know who played? Because I'm psyching Ali out with my massive trivia knowledge already. Yeah, you know who voiced Hercules in God of War?
Who was that?
Kevin Sorbo.
Really?
Yeah.
And he played Hercules.
That's
He's
right.
like a crazy conservative, isn't he?
He starred in God Is Not Dead, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is a fun movie about one of the first. I remember, you might have gotten this, Ali. Did you ever get that chain letter email about like the professor, the college professor who's like got proven that like kid stood up in his class like, no, God's totally real.
Yeah, with the lack of light or whatever. Apparently that like people attribute that to Albert Einstein as a kid. It was one of those things where like people were like, Albert Einstein said this when he was a kid.
Yeah. Those things get spread around quite a bit. My mom forwards me all that shit.
I love
all caps. My mom loves all caps emails.
Memes generate from like now these modern memes where it's like, you know, like Gucci Mane went to the school to like, and he saw a kid getting bullied. Yeah. And then he was like, he like talked to the kid and this and that kid later went on to like create the Gucci brand. It's like ridiculous.
Oh,
but
yeah, it's crazy.
I love how like, cause those chain letters were like Albert Einstein said this to his teacher, you know, and like,
I need to come up with a good branding story for the Trivia with Buds brand, like how it all got started. Like,
oh man!
Like a little boy came up to me and asked me a question, and I had an answer, and it was at that time I knew that I'd be a trivia host.
And he said, "Thank you, have a point."
Yeah,
and then
he chugged a beer and walked out of a bar.
With like this whole fake news wave, you can literally say anything.
Oh, I do.
And people
every day.
will believe it. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I was at dinner the other night at BJ's right here in Burbank. And I was with like a group, we were like 12 people at this table. Yeah. And I leaned over to my friend. I was like, you know, LA's like one of the only cities where you can say a random celebrity just walked in and everyone would be like, oh, yeah, okay. Like you'd believe that. So like 5 minutes go by.
Also, no one would care.
Yeah, exactly. So 5 minutes go by and I'm like, oh shit, you guys. I'm like, Jimmy Kimmel just walked in. Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel just walked into the back. Half the table was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then like I thought we would just continue our conversation. Yeah. Like 3 people were like, what? Where is he? And they all like pop up, like, we got to go look for him. And I was like, I got to commit to this lie. I was like, he's in the back. I don't know if he walked out, but
that's the best.
You know, I don't know where this was going with the fake news. Like you can just say something and people won't even question it. They'll just be like, oh, okay, Jim Kimmel is here, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that might be because you abused their trust, Ali. I don't know.
That's fine. Yeah, they didn't trust me after
filing that one away.
So you can, for your origin story, you can be like, you know, like I was at a bus stop and this like guy came up to me and he blah, blah, blah. And that guy turned out to be Leonardo DiCaprio.
And now that's when I knew.
Yeah.
I had to start a podcast. Yeah. That's an amazing story.
So like if you say it with enough conviction, people will believe it.
Oh, conviction. That's a good word. I like that word. Your next topic was Jim Henson, Matt Murphy.
That's right.
Big fan of Jim Henson. Labyrinth. You just made a Labyrinth reference.
I did. Mm-hmm. Wait, I did?
Yeah. No, you said Minotaur?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Not the same Labyrinth, but yeah, I loved all things Muppets as a kid.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, never really saw the show though.
Okay.
Because that was sort of
how about Muppet Babies?
Oh yeah, definitely that. Sure. That was definitely my.
They open a closet door, a TIE fighter goes by.
Yes,
that's happened to me quite a bit.
Oh man,
in my origin story.
Wow, I need to get me some of that origin story.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I also when I just started out here, I was lucky enough to intern at the Jim Henson Company.
Oh really?
And
is that the building over on what's it called with Kermit outside?
Yes, on La Brea. It has a statue of Kermit the Frog as Charlie Chaplin's tramp character.
What a tramp.
Because that was the that is his old studio. It's the oldest studio in America.
Yeah.
Movie studio, that is. And he shot Modern Times in there.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin.
Wow.
And it might be haunted by the ghost of Karen Carpenter.
Oh?
Yeah.
A lot of trivia there.
There's a studio recorder there as well. Recording studio. Studio recorder, you know.
And you used to work there.
I did,
Did you ever see this ghost of Carpenter?
No, I never saw any ghosts. However, my first day there, I was lost already, even though it's not a big lot.
Yeah.
But I walk up to the security guard and I was like, I just need to check in with you. And he's like, you know where to go? And I'm like, not really. And he's like, okay. So go through the bushes there, and then when you see a dinosaur, take a left. And that's when I was like, I'm home. This is good.
This is for me.
Yeah, take a left at the dinosaur.
Jim Henson. He was young when he passed.
He was in his early 50s, I think.
Yeah. Great guy from interviews I've seen.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious stuff. I picked up a comic book that was like adapted from a screenplay he wrote that is very trippy and weird called Tale of Sand.
Oh, yeah.
Freaky stuff. Very weird stuff.
Your last topic, speaking of freaky stuff, beer. That makes you freaky, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
Get a nice 32
Can
ounce.
we swear, by the way? What is the rating of this
go nuts.
podcast?
Yeah, go nuts.
Yes. Good.
Part of the origin story, that kid told me to fuck off.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, after I gave him the answer to the question, he said fuck off. He did that shot of beer, and then he walked out of the bar.
What a son of a bitch.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Beer. What's your favorite beer? What do you got? Are you a craft beer guy? You make it in the closet? Like
no, I can't.
Bootlegger?
No, that's too
much
work, and you know, the worst kind of work, which is cleaning.
Yeah,
you need a real sterile environment. Right. You need to really sterilize stuff.
You don't have time to make beer. You got Sharknadoes to watch.
I gotta watch those Sharknadoes. I'm a Sharknadoologist or shark meteorologist. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really partial to really dark, heavy, like imperial stouts and stuff.
You want to have some heft in there.
Yes.
You don't want to see through the glass.
No, not if possible.
You should start a podcast called Foggy Glass with
beer with Murphy and Buds.
No, I don't want any part of it.
Oh.
You just want to be a part
It's just me and I'm drunk.
I will also not listen to it. I'm just kidding. If you get the equipment and put in the effort, I might check out the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
Hey.
All right? Very good. So those are your topics.
Almost a deal.
Campy sci-fi movies, 80s new wave music, mythology, Jim Henson, and beer. Those were amazing. Categories, we got to know you.
Yeah.
People can't see it. You're wearing glasses, but they could probably guess that.
They could guess I don't know if they could hear it in my voice, but I'm a giant nerd. Yeah.
To your left and my right is Ali, and Ali has 5 categories, so we're going to get into those right now. The first one, Hamilton.
Oh, yeah, man.
You saw it?
I saw a bootleg version of it.
Bootleg
I've been
version.
just like listening to it nonstop.
Really?
Like all my drives here, like all day. I'm just like while I'm doing work, I have it playing. I have all my friends and like I'm making people. I force people to listen to the entire play because the entire play is on Spotify.
I am the same way with the band Henson. Have you guys heard of Henson?
Mbop Henson?
Yeah,
their Christmas album's pretty solid. Actually,
Middle of Nowhere, 3-car garage.
Oh boy. I found something for him.
Yeah.
His next category was Hanson. No, it wasn't that. So Hamilton, what is the big appeal you think with Hamilton? Is it the lyrics, the music, the performances, everything?
Really everything.
This has been brought up on the podcast before as someone's favorite thing. And I listened to, I think, 2 tracks off of the soundtrack, and I was like, I can get why people are.
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Honestly, I think, and I always tell people this, like that, like the musical, because it's all music. There's no like talking dialogue. If they do it, it's like
BS,
it's a proper musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always say like it's like and I consider it like an album because I've just been listening to it as an album.
Sure.
It's like just an album for like people with ambition, where it's like it's a story of this kid that comes up from like an orphan and he then becomes like a secretary, a treasurer of the entire country. You know?
Sure. Yeah,
so like, and he establishes all these financial systems, and he came from poverty.
Yeah.
So it's just, I love come up stories like that.
That's great.
And then it's just well written, and the music's great, and it's catchy. And
is one of your goals in life to now see the real live performance, not the bootleg, or you're fine?
Now that like all the original cast members have left, I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I've been listening to their, it's like then you're gonna go hear somebody else like sing the parts, and I'm like, I'm cool.
That's like when they replace in Dark Knight, Maggie Gyllenhaal becomes the Katie Holmes character.
Yeah.
And then she blows up, which I really enjoy because I hate that character, and I don't like either actress in that role. Yeah. I was happy when she exploded. Is that bad?
No,
it's fine.
I was like, and Harvey, I just wanted to, and then
I'm happy you did that.
We had to make a choice.
We needed that in comic book films. Marvel won't ever do that.
They won't. So your next topic, speaking of films, Michael Bay films.
Oh my God, I love Michael Bay.
Really?
I love Michael Bay.
A lot of explosions.
I met him once.
Really?
Oh my God, really?
You
survived?
Did you pitch him something?
No, I freaked out. I was at this place in West Hollywood called like the Soho House or whatever. And I'm like getting in the elevators and he's walking down.
Yeah.
And I freak out.
Was his hair flowing? He has like a lion's mane.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And he was just walking down and I was freaking out and he's walking towards the elevator and I hit the close because I wasn't emotionally prepared to meet. Okay. I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him a little bit in the parking lot when we were waiting for our cars.
And he walks in slow motion.
Yeah, he does, man.
Right.
Everything happens in slow motion.
I love that.
I like grew up watching his films. I still watch his films.
What's your favorite Michael Bay film?
Bad Boys 2. Bad Boys 1 or 2. It's tied.
Oh my God! Really? See, my perception slowed down when you said Bad Boys and you went to 2 because Bad Boys 1 is the worst movie I've ever seen.
What are you talking about?
It is an episode of Law and Order from the Idiocracy universe.
You like campy movies? I'd say it's almost a campy movie.
No, it is not. It is awful.
It was hilarious.
No,
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Let me pitch you a scene from Bad Boys 1 right now. Someone walks in and they start shouting at somebody, and they start shouting back, and then everyone's shouting, and then nothing happens or gets resolved, and then they leave.
No,
that's how Bad Boys 1 works.
Pull out the guns. They go back to back.
Freeze. Motherfuckers, and then he says, I want the tropical bubblicious, you know? Like, that shit happens. These one-liners, it's funny, especially when you're watching it.
I've heard 2 is better.
2 is so outrageous, but it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a scene where there's bodies, cadavers stuffed with
cocaine.
Ecstasy tablets.
Ecstasy. It was ecstasy.
And they're throwing them out of the back of this bus and this car chase, or this van in a car chase.
It's like an ice truck.
There's bodies everywhere. Oh, it's great.
I'm into that. I'm already more into that.
Mansion explodes.
Bad Boys 1, like... I remember I was in film school and everyone used to just give me shit for like, because they're like, bring in your favorite clip or whatever, and I'd bring in like Bad Boys 1, and I'm like, I like this, you know, I don't give a fuck your French wave cinema, you know, this is
I respect that. I respect.
This is real art, man.
Also, that made a lot of money, so can't fault you there.
I love it. Your next topic was Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV series.
Oh yeah,
that's your shit.
I'm obsessed with it.
I knew this was coming.
I love it, but then at the same time, I'm not as like I can watch the show and so many other shows so many times, but I will never remember anyone's names. I'll never remember locations. I'll never. So that's why I was like, I love the show.
Yeah.
But then when I sent it, I was like, shit. If I get asked about like this one character and this one, I'll be like, I have no idea.
Is the premise of that similar to a Dragon Ball Z where they're collecting orbs?
No,
or something?
It's basically there's it's like in this mystical like universal world where this one person. Everyone has some people have bending abilities. So they have they can either bend air, bend fire, bend water.
Classical.
This was a failed M. Night Shyamalan movie too.
Oh
right?
yeah, like at Nickelodeon, nobody talked about it because like the writers like Paramount is under Viacom, Nickelodeon's under Viacom. So once you like sell a show to Nickelodeon, Viacom owns it.
Sure.
So they were like, creators step aside, M. Night come forward.
On in.
So they had like no say in the creative of it. So they basically did all of season 1 in a shitty hour and a half, 2 hour movie.
Oh man,
you know, and it just didn't work.
It didn't work. But this cartoon, I like to go back and watch old cartoons. I like to fall asleep to a Dragon Ball Z. It puts me in a nice place.
But they scream the whole time. How do you do that?
Huh?
They go.
Well, I go to sleep to screams. I got a baby. I'm always falling asleep to screams. Nonstop. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Your next topic, Kanye West. That's a great transition.
Kanye, man. I love Kanye West.
Big fan.
From like the Dropout,
South side of Chicago.
Yeah, he came out when I was like in high school, and I was like, "Who is this guy?
Who is this mysterious man?"
Then like I saw this music video of his, and I was like, "I gotta watch that again." And like I was like, whoever, and I used to call him like Kanye or Kanye, or I didn't even know how to say his name, and I was like, "This guy's really dope."
I'm not a huge fan of him, but you can't argue with his success in songs. You know, a lot of his songs are great, catchy, fun.
I was able to like back him with all of his crazy antics up until like the past 8 months, and then I'm
he was in like a mental institution.
Now I'm like,
oh, he did go there.
Well,
I thought that was fake.
No,
news.
they like. You know, but at this point, I'm like, you know, man, I've lost so much respect and everything. I can't even like defend his like decisions. Like
He's
I can't justify anything anymore.
You don't have to, Ali. It's not your fault.
I did a trivia round this week at my live events where it was Trump or Kanye who tweeted it. And
I took this quiz,
and Matt did a sample of it.
I did pretty good.
Yeah, like 8 out of 11. It was pretty good, and that was pretty tough. After doing it 2 nights in a row now. you scored higher than most teams on your own.
I'm familiar, unfortunately, with most of those Trump tweets.
Yeah.
Your last topic after Kanye West was Washington, D.C., Capitol Hill.
Yeah, man.
You know everything about that area? Are you from that area?
Yeah,
I was from Northern Virginia, but
very good.
I was a staff assistant for this congressman.
Oh, wow. You've lived quite the life in 27 years.
I know, man.
A lot of different roles.
Interesting.
Right?
But I used to do like daily tours of Capitol Hill because you would book your tours with your congressman. So constituents would come in and I would give them daily tours of
that's
Capitol.
great.
You had to like memorize like this binder full of facts and whatnot.
And you just have all that in your head.
I hope I still do.
How long ago was that?
That was 2008.
So you were 7 years old. That's a long time ago,
basically.
Ollie.
Wow. I was like, it was a wild time, but I loved it. It was right at the bailout, like right when Obama got elected too, and everything. And I was working for this like Republican congressman.
Sure.
So they're like, I was because a new guy was coming in, a Democrat.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can you guys like put in a good word for like the new guy coming in? Maybe I can get like a staff, whatever. And they're like, and I remember the chief of staff being like, look, when you work here, you have to pick a side. He's like, you can't. He's like, if you came to me as like a flamboyant liberal, I wouldn't hire you. And I was like, yeah, like. Good, yeah. Those liberals, man.
Yeah, you're like,
I was in college. I was like, money's money, man.
I don't know any Henson songs.
Yeah, I was like, liberals. Screw liberals. You know.
Oh man, yeah. You've got quite the spectrum here, from Hamilton to Washington D.C.
And Kanye and Michael Bay,
and a little bit of Kanye and Bay mixed in. All right, so those are your 5 topics. We've heard from both of you guys, and now we're going to reveal the topics we chose for both. Are you ready?
Ooh.
All right, Matt Murphy, your topic is Jim Henson.
Oh.
And Ali, your topic is Kanye West. Won't that be fun? And
two great genius artists.
Right, two great artists.
And I'll put them in that category as
I love it.
Some people can say it's blasphemous, but
I dig Kanye.
So now we're going to get into the questions, the trivia questions, now that we know everything about you guys. And we're going to start with Ali's Kanye question. So when you buzz into the question, you got to wait for the whole thing to be read, and you're going to buzz in with a word. Can you guys think of a fun one-syllable word that would be fun to buzz in with?
Splooge.
Splooge? Buzz or splooge? What do you think?
Well,
Ali sounds like he doesn't want to say splooge over and over.
I want to say splooge over and over.
Sounds good to me, guys. Sounds good. Henson would approve, I believe.
I think so.
So this is the buzz in word. It's splooge. When you know the answer, just buzz in. You get 1 point when you get your topic correct. So Ali, if you get your Kanye question before Matt can answer, you would get 1 point. Matt, if you can answer Ali's Kanye question before he can, you would get 2 points, and vice versa.
So you buzz. No,
I'll read it.
Right when you read, we say splooge, and then we just blurt the answer.
After I've read the whole question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And
just ejaculate it into the mic.
Yeah. Gotcha. Very good. And then I see what you did there. And then we'll go back and forth, alternating between Kanye and Jim Henson. Then we'll do a combo question which combines Kanye and Jim Henson. Ooh. That's worth 2 points. Then we'll do a thing called categories with buds, where I give you a totally different category and we go around the circle naming stuff from that category. And I'll play with you. And here we go. This is the trivia showdown.
Trivia showdown.
Kanye questions are up first. Ali or Matt, you both can buzz in with the word splooge. Here's the first question of the game. What was the name of Kanye's first major album in 2004?
Splooge. College Dropout.
The College Dropout. That's 1 point for Ali. Matt, are you a Kanye fan? Did you have any idea?
I knew I was going to say The Dropout.
The Dropout.
But I forgot it's
close.
College Dropout.
Would have been close. The College Dropout, 2004. So he's been relevant for over a decade now.
But before that, he was doing
big-time producing.
He was producing for Jay-Z and everyone else.
Right.
Like early, late 99.
Interesting.
So
very good. Okay, here's the first Jim Henson question on Matt Murphy's side. Buzz in with
splooge.
Lose
points, by the way?
Never lose points.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're a real dick. All right. Here we go. Matt Murphy or Ali. Buzz in with splooge. Number 1 for Jim Henson. Jim Henson launched the what huge franchise in 1969?
Splooge.
Matt Murphy.
Muppets. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was my answer as well, Alex.
No, but you called them. I just was going off.
Gotcha. Okay, it's actually incorrect. So I'm going to say Murphy said the wrong answer. So Ali, now you can kind of give me another answer. If you have one.
Street.
It was Sesame Street.
63?
69. 1969.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
So 2 points.
I thought you said 63.
Yeah,
I get
sorry,
those
I have
points.
those. That would be.
I didn't even know he did Sesame Street. I knew that he did the characters.
Yeah,
the puppets, but I didn't know he was a creator.
Right. I don't know if it's. I mean, it's a Jim Henson production, so I don't know if he created it.
Okay.
But
He did.
Did he?
I mean, like.
Big part.
He has a big.
Yeah.
There's a lot of collaboration in the puppetry medium.
Yeah. Ali's got 3 points right now. Matt's got 0, but everything can change after a couple more questions.
He's fast on the buzzer.
He is pretty good. I like his strategy. I think he's just going to buzz in no matter what.
No, I'm not. I don't play dirty like that. I'm not dirty like that.
Here is Kanye, number 2. In 2013, Kanye had an online video game created in his honor. Was it called Grand Theft Yeezus, College Knockout, Kanye Quest, or Metal Gear Donda?
Splooge.
Matt.
Kanye Quest.
And that is correct for 2 points because he stole it. He gets 2, so it's 2-3.
Yeah.
Kanye Quest. Have you ever played it, Matt?
No. It sounded vaguely familiar, though, and I did work on a network that reported on video games almost exclusively. So
love it.
Was not aware that he even had a game.
I'm sure it's terrible. Question number 2.
Probably.
For Jim Henson. The first Muppet movie was called The Muppet Movie. What was the second Muppet movie called?
Splooge.
Matt Murphy.
What is The Muppets Take Manhattan?
Incorrect.
No.
Ali, do you have a guess?
The Scrooge, the Christmas film.
Not a bad guess, but that was a couple years later. It was The Great Muppet Caper. The Great Muppet Caper. No points there. It's still 3-2. Ali's up by 1.
Those were the only 2 things I knew.
This is
Muppet Christmas Carol is classic, though.
It is pretty good. Number 3 is all about Kanye West. What rapper promised he'd quit the industry if Kanye outsold him?
Splooge.
Yes.
50 Cent.
It was 50 Cent.
And then Kanye beat him.
And then he beat him.
50 still didn't quit.
Nope,
which
he never did.
So he's like the PewDiePie of rap, is what
Basically.
you're saying.
No, but PewDiePie was just trolling. This guy was like serious.
One of my favorite videos of all time is when 50 Cent does something. He does the ice bucket challenge. Yeah. He calls out Floyd Mayweather for that. He's like,
read Harry Potter.
Read a book, and then he just throws it. Doesn't
he was like, read 1 page of Harry Potter if you can.
Yeah, so funny.
I actually caught an episode of Ridiculousness where we had 50 Cent
he was
guesting.
And that was a season premiere last season, I think.
He seemed like he had a great time. He seemed charming.
Oh, yeah. Seems like a fun guy. This is number 3 for Jim Henson. A live-action script from Henson that was never filmed was turned into a graphic novel in 2012. It was called Tale of what?
Splooge.
Yes.
Tale of Splooge. No, Tale of Sand.
Tale of Sand.
I literally own that.
We just talked about it.
That you're talking about.
That was what he was talking about.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So it's 4-3.
I'm in your head, buds.
It is in my head. It's 4-3. Matt's down by 1. Let's see what he can do. Maybe steal another Kanye question. Number 4 for Kanye. What sometimes red-haired, sometimes blonde-haired actress was blogged about Kanye as his favorite white girl?
Splooge?
Yes. Sometimes redhead, sometimes blonde. Favorite white girl actress. Kanye.
Oh, actress.
Yes.
Yo, you know what? Actually,
no idea. Matt Murphy, any guesses?
No idea. Actress.
Splooge.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson.
That is 100% correct.
Oh,
really?
And he steals 2 points there with Scarlett Johansson. So now Matt has 5 and Ali has 4. He's up by 1. See how quick that switches?
Man.
This is a good competitive game. I love it. Here's number 4.
He
Jim.
said that about Scarlett? Really?
He did. According to a blog and another quiz that I stole that question from, Jim Henson Productions did the puppeteering for what ABC sitcom from 91 to 94?
Splooge.
Yes.
What is Alf?
Incorrect, but good guess.
Oh.
Ali, any guesses? 91 to 94 sitcom puppetry done by Jim Henson Productions.
Splooge.
Yes.
The dinosaurs.
And that is 100% correct.
Yep.
And that is
as soon as you said no, I was like,
6-5. 6-5.
Crazy.
It's always fun when the two people on the podcast know each other's topics a little bit or can figure it out. So good job. This is number.
That was honestly a shot in the dark. I was like, oh god.
Number 5 for Kanye. In 2011, Kanye performed with Jay-Z on a tour called Watch the Blank.
Splooge.
Yes.
The Throne.
The Throne. That's 7 points for all.
It was a good album too.
The Throne. Here's number 5 for Jim Henson. The Dark Crystal was co-written and co-directed with what frequent collaborator of Henson's?
Oh, man.
Frequent collaborator of Henson's.
Splooge.
Yes.
Fraud.
Incorrect. Ali?
Spielberg.
Incorrect. Frank Oz.
Voice really? He co-wrote it?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Huh.
Voice
Fraud,
of Yoda.
I knew Fraud did like the concept art.
There
like
you
he has
go.
art books and stuff.
Very good. Number 6, Kanye. Kanye has 2 kids named North and what?
Splooge.
Yes.
Saint.
Saint is correct. It's 8-5 right now. Matt Murphy needs a couple of points. Let's see what he can do with number 6 for Jim Henson. What was the initial cause of death for Henson in the early 90s?
Splooge.
That was pretty close, but I'm going to give it to Matt.
Okay. It was pneumonia.
It was pneumonia.
Ooh, okay,
so that's 1 point.
I thought it was cancer, but okay.
Yeah, pneumonia that I think later led to some kind of toxic shock stuff and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay. And he died.
Thanks for the uplifting. Uplifting
53. He was only 53 years old. But his name and memory and many productions live on, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's number 7 for Kanye West. Kanye is over 35 but under 45. How old is he?
Splooge.
I heard Murphy say the whole word first. So what do you got? What do you got, Murphy?
I'm going to say he's 41.
Incorrect. Ali. So he's over 35, under 45, and he's not 41. So you got a couple things eliminated there.
Can I do the math here?
You could do some math.
Okay, because he said he was 33 in 2009. So, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. But did he turn?
Dun dun dun.
Did he turn? Did his birthday pass?
I don't know what he's doing here. This is good.
I think he's Stalin.
He has to be 38.
He's 39. You were so close.
Because I didn't know if his birthday passed or if it didn't. Okay.
39 years old. Very, very close.
Okay.
No points there. This is number 7 for Jim Henson. What actor received top billing for Muppets Most Wanted? What is the main actor, like the first name on the poster? Yes.
Tina Fey.
Incorrect.
What?
Muppets Most Wanted, most recent Muppet movie. What is the top billed actor there?
What's that guy's name?
He's doing some more math.
Shit. No.
Ali is taking out a piece of paper and a small
The guy
pencil.
from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Jason Segel.
I don't think he's in Muppets Most Wanted.
He is
That's
not.
a good guess. It was Ricky Gervais.
Oh,
he has the most screen time.
that's right.
Tina Fey has kind of a quicker, smaller
Wait,
part.
then it's the same film I'm talking.
No.
That's the first Muppets movie. It's just called, I think,
The
The
Muppets.
And then
Yeah.
The Muppets Most Wanted.
Okay.
So no
that
points
has
there.
Amy Adams and Jason Segel.
Okay.
Well done. Here we go. This is number 8 for Kanye. Kanye appeared as Kenny West on what now canceled animated sitcom?
Splooge.
Yes.
The Browns, the Cleveland Browns show.
The Cleveland Show. I will
Cleveland
accept
Show.
that. Very good. So right now, Ali has 9 points to Matt's 6.
Cleveland's last name is Brown.
Cleveland Brown.
That's
My name is
That's
Cleveland
funny.
Brown, and I am proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family. So old friends and new friends and even a bear.
That was
That's
a
all I
spin-off
remember.
of Family Guy, right?
It was, yes.
Okay.
Someone get clearances in here.
Your next question is about Jim Henson. It is number 8. Before the Muppets, Henson's first hit show was called Blank and Friends.
Splooge.
Yes.
Sam.
It was Sam and
and
Friends.
Friends.
Now 7-9. Murphy's climbing back.
Oh, no.
Number
Jeez, how'd you get this lead?
9 for Kanye. What Kanye song starts with the lines, "She don't believe in shooting stars, but she believes in shoes and
Splooge.
cars"?
Flashing Lights.
Flashing Lights. That's
Yeah.
1 point for Ali.
They
He's
should
got
be
10.
Like, they should be like my away status on like AIM.
Well, your buddy Icon was just Kanye
Yeah.
with some glasses on or something. I
It
love
was
it.
a little yellow Kanye.
Some Yeezus action. This is the Jim Henson side, and we are on number 9. Name either major character from Henson that has their own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Splooge.
Matt.
Big Bird.
Big Bird. And the other one? Anybody?
Kermit the Frog.
It is Kermit. Big Bird and Kermit. So Matt got the point there. He has 8 to Ali's 10. And here is number 10. This is the
tie
last
up, Ali.
Kanye question. You ready? Last
yeah.
Kanye question. Besides the combo question that we'll do next. Number 10, Kanye. What comedic actor was Kanye standing next to on a telethon when he said George Bush doesn't care about black people?
Splooge.
Yes.
Mike Myers.
It was Mike Myers. So that's 11 for Ali.
He was just so excited. I couldn't. I had to give it to him.
You could have taken it, and
I would have. I was like, it's either Mike Myers or Dana Carvey.
And I was wondering why they would be standing next to each other, but I think that year The Love Guru came out, and Kanye played himself in The Love Guru, which is a big Mike Myers bomb. I think it came out that year.
Yeah, and I keep seeing the poster. Every time
And
I
the
go to
poster's right
bathroom.
outside of our
It's
bathroom.
a lot of bad
hallway.
movie posters.
Every
in this
time I go to
building.
the bathroom, I'm like, fuck this film.
They're all movies that like you've seen, but you're like, why did they have the poster for that?
No, they have Titanic.
Okay, very good. This is the last question for Jim Henson. Number 10. In what Henson franchise would you find Doozers and Gorgs?
Splooge.
Yes.
The Fraggles.
Fraggle Rock. That's it.
Fraggle Rock, yeah.
So that is 9 points right now for Matt, and
Oh, man.
that is 6 and 5. 11. So it's 11 and 9. Ali's up by 2 points. Matt, you can tie the game if you get this combo question correct. This is something that combines both Kanye and Jim Henson. You didn't think I could do it, could you?
I'm impressed
But
already.
I did. I found it. Here it is. This is the question. It's worth 2 points. It's the combo question. What was the name of the Kanye light-themed tour that featured large puppets made by Jim Henson's Creature Shop? It's a little bit tougher. What is the name of the Kanye light-themed tour?
Splooge.
Okay.
Matt Murphy.
I'm going to go with 21st Century Schizoid Man.
It's a good guess, but incorrect,
It's a
Ali.
tour, right?
It's the name of a tour.
The Glow in the Dark tour.
It is the Glow in the Dark tour.
I don't remember any like puppets
smoked.
being.
I found this on the Muppet Wiki page. So it said like the puppets used in Kanye West's live show, Glow in the Dark tour, were made by Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Did he have puppets? Maybe.
Maybe. You might have been all hopped up on that ecstasy we talked about from Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is 13-9 right now.
Oh, man.
There's one last thing you can do to get 3 more points, Matt, and that would still put you just 2 points behind Ali. But
man.
this could be for
pride.
some pride. Let's see what you can do. It's called Categories with Buds.
Categories with Buds.
Every episode, we pick a different random category, something like spaces on a Monopoly board, or red things, or movies with Michael Bay's name attached to them. And we go around the circle, and I play with you guys. The category this week is famous viral videos. So, and in this case, you don't even really have to know the name of the video because they have like such vague names. So if you just describe it and we all go, oh yeah, I remember that one, that's what'll count. So we'll go around. I'll kick it off. You have like 5 seconds to think of one every time. If you can't think of one, you're eliminated. Last person standing gets 3 points. If I am the last person standing, I'll award the points to one of you as I see fit. All right. So this is Categories with Buds, viral video edition. I'm going to kick it off. I'm going to say David after dentist, and we'll go to Matt Murphy.
Look at all these chickens.
Look at all these chickens. Ali. You've probably had a few that you were in.
Yeah. Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie bit my finger. That's
so. What are we? Are we just saying names?
Just saying the names of like a viral video.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say Leave Britney Alone.
The big fat guy shooting a Glock real fast.
Shooting a clock?
Glock.
Oh, a Glock. Big fat guy shooting a Glock real fast. Ali.
That Sandy Hook PSA, that gun control PSA that came out like
gun
the
control
other month.
PSA just recently. Okay,
Yeah, that
very
was
good.
pretty viral.
Pretty viral. I'm going to say the Dollar Shave Club, like the very first commercial for Dollar Shave Club, where the guy's walking through the warehouse and there's a bear, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got there?
On that note, Trunk Monkey.
Trunk Monkey. What's that all about?
The Trunk Monkey is that there's like a button in the car
That I do
for
remember.
the Trunk Monkey. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Ali?
Ray Schmurda, the Mannequin Challenge.
Mannequin Challenge.
With the original, yeah.
Very good. I'm going to say Chocolate Rain, even though I've never seen it and I don't know what it is, but I know it's a viral video.
Yeah.
On that note, Shoes. Shoes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's a song.
Liam Kyle Sullivan, who may have
Very
gone to
good.
my high school.
I like it. Ali?
The Mortal Kombat elevator prank.
Mortal Kombat elevator prank.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, what does the fox say?
Oh.
That's my next viral video. Okay. Matt Murphy?
Dramatic Gopher.
Dramatic Gopher.
Yeah.
Yep. A great one. In the holster. 3 seconds.
George Bush doesn't care about
George
black people.
Bush doesn't. He's going to go all the way back to Kanye. I'm going to count it. I'm going to say Keyboard Cat.
Oh,
Keyboard
Shoot.
Cat. And Murphy.
OK Go's treadmill video.
OK Go's treadmill video.
blanking
Ali is blanking out. He's a big viral video star.
There's I don't know, man.
Ali has been eliminated. It's down to me and Matt Murphy
got eliminated
in his own game. I'm going to say that my next the viral video is, of course, a little viral video called...
What's it called, buds?
Oh, boy. I can't
What's
think
it
of
called?
one. Murphy, I cannot think of one
Yeah.
damn video. If you can name one, you win.
Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for
Man.
that, Sweet Brown.
No.
And he gets the point. So 3 points gives you 12, and that means you only lost by 1 point. 12-13 final score. Matt.
I'm impressed, Ali. I'm
That was pretty
impressed.
good. That was a pretty good game, guys. Good categories.
Yeah.
Good job on the questions. Lots of good steals. I have prizes for you, Matt. For second place, I have, I don't know if you've ever had these, but they are Halos.
Oh, my
Had a Halo.
God.
They might have been stolen from the break room, and you may eat 6 a day.
There's a lovely sheen.
Nice sheen on there. Don't eat it all in one sitting.
And just pop it in my mouth.
Ali, I don't know if you've ever had this. It's called ramen. It's called Top Ramen. You're going to listen to it. That's the crunkle of it.
Yes.
And
That's how you know it's fresh.
Yes.
People eat this here?
People eat it here, and if you guys do not want these prices, just put them back in the break room for me.
Oh, wow.
Before we get out of here, anything you guys want to plug? Ali, your movie, why don't you tell people where people can watch that again?
Yeah, it's a short film that I did.
Disregard.
It's called Disregard, and it's on YouTube. It's on on my first YouTube channel.
Okay.
So it's somewhere out there.
A Baluch.
A Baluch, yeah.
Baluch.
Yeah, and I don't ever upload on that channel, but
Very good.
I was like, let me put it up there.
Any other spots you're on social media you want people to find you at?
They can check me out on Twitter at BaluchX, BaluchX.
Love it.
Instagram as well, same handle.
Very good. And look for Ali's work in his name in the credits of Ridiculousness.
I thought we'd be get screen credit, and I was so excited. And I watched an episode, and I was like, no, it just says executive producers and blah blah blah. And
no, sometimes it is. They cut the other credits for time when they're doing ads.
Reruns, especially.
Usually the new episode every week will have everybody's full credits.
Because I was watching it on online, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Okay. Ali Baluch, thanks for being a guest, buddy. And Matt Murphy, what do you got? Anything fun?
I'm going to plug a new film I saw by a fabulous young director named Ali Baluch.
Thank you.
Very good.
Called Disregard. No, I really dug it, man. Classic. I wanted to tell you about it.
You could have been in it, man.
I know. Ali asked me to be a terrorist.
Yeah.
Actually, I asked Ali to be a terrorist. And then he called my bluff because I didn't want to go to the desert at 3 a.m.
I needed extras, and I was like, and I put out a status, and I was like, anybody hit me up. And then Matt was like, I'll do it. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, never mind.
I make a joke. He's funny. No, I just actually deleted my Twitter today, in fact.
Very good.
So you can't find me there.
Be strong. Matt Murphy, Ali Baluch, thanks for being on the show. We'll see you next time.
Hey.
Adios, trivia with budzers.
Bye.
Listener quiz.
There it is, a close game on the Trivia with Buds podcast. Check out Ali's short film on his YouTube channel. It is amazing. You will love it. And follow Matt Murphy online, wherever he's at. I know he's a big fan of Lucha Underground. So if you like Lucha Underground, Matt was in the audience on a recent episode. He'll tell you all about it. Find Matt Murphy and Super Jacket and all the stuff related to those two guys that they talked about. This is the time in the show where we talk about the listener quiz, everybody. I have 3 random questions for you. And if you answer these 3 questions, you'll be entered in a raffle to win a prize. What is this week's prize? It is a keychain from Angel City Brewery in downtown Los Angeles. It's a keychain bottle opener. It's like a brass kind of thing. I'll mail it to you. I'll bring it to you if you win. If you answer these 3 questions correctly and send me an email, ryan@ryanbuds.com, or you can tweet me or message me or however you can find me online and send me these 3 answers. Tell me what episode you were listening to, and you'll be entered in a raffle to win the keychain. These are your 3 listener quiz questions. Number 1, what is the capital of Arkansas? Number 1, what's the capital of Arkansas? Number 2, what state did the sitcom All in the Family take place in? What state did the sitcom All in the Family take place in? And number 3, what periodic table element has the symbol K lowercase r? K lowercase r. Kr. What is that element that has that symbol? Send me the answers to those 3 questions. You'll be entered in a raffle to win that keychain from Angel City Brewery. That's the end of this episode. I hope you're watching the Royal Rumble this week. It's on this Sunday. The Undertaker's in it, everybody. The Undertaker has not wrestled in a Royal Rumble in quite some time, I believe. And there's a lot of people. Bill Goldberg's in it. Brock Lesnar's in it. I think John Cena might be in it. Maybe he's just in a match against AJ Styles. I'm not sure. But if you're watching the Rumble, I would love to watch along with you. I'll be live tweeting it and talking about all kinds of fun stuff online. This Sunday, January 29th, I think it's at 4 p.m., and I'll be hosting bingo in Azusa at the Congregation Ale House over in Azusa, and then I'm shooting out to the Montclair, California area to watch it with my good friends Kurt, Dana, and Jeff. So Royal Rumble, watch it this Sunday. Next week's episode of the podcast is a Buds battle. It's me versus my wife. Will we stay married? Who knows? But my wife, Ashley Starling Buds, and I will be doing some trivia one-on-one, which will be a lot of fun. We'll tell you what the categories are next week on the episode. Thank you so much for listening and donating money all year long, all month long so far, to the Homeless Survival Pack fundraiser. My wife and daughter and I are putting together these homeless survival packs, about $10 worth of stuff in a reusable bag to hand out to homeless people around LA. And I've been asking for dollar donations from every team that's played, and it's only been 3 weeks, and we have $300 so far. So that's 30 people that are going to get some amazing stuff. Thank you guys so much for doing that. And if you like this show, tell a friend about it. Share the link Leave a review in iTunes. Find me on Yelp. If you play my live events, leave me a review there. I appreciate you. I really do. Have a good one. Bye-bye.